How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Fulgens Media Corner back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time for this new episode for the series is going to be my review on the 2023 biographical romantic drama film, and that is Maestro. Now, this film was directed by Bradley Cooper, and this is his second film he has done as a director, in which his last work he worked on as a director was, of course, the 2018 version of A Star is Born, one of my favorite movies of that year. And so he has now come back to make a new film as a director, which is this film, and he also wrote this film along with Josh Singer, and he's also one of the big stars of this film along with Carey Mulligan. And so the story of the film is that this is basically a love story where it chronicles on the relationship between conductor composer Leonard Bernstein, played by Bradley Cooper, and his wife, which is actress Felicia Montrolage Cohen Bernstein, played by Carey Mulligan. So that's pretty much the story of Maestro. Now, this was one of my most anticipated films for 2023. Like, I was really excited for Maestro, and there were a few reasons why I was so hyped for this movie. One is because this was Bradley Cooper's newest film he was doing as a director, which, as I mentioned before, he had already made a film as a director before, which was way back in 2018, in which it was the 2018 version of A Star is Born, and I absolutely adored that film. Like, I thought the film was absolutely wonderful, starring himself and Lady Gaga, and it is one of my favorite music films to be released in the last decade. And he was also one of the stars of this film as well. And I was also really excited to see that Carey Mulligan was going to be in this film, which when it comes to her as an actress, I think she has definitely become one of my favorite actresses in most recent years. Like, she's given some incredible performances over the last few years, like Promising Young Woman, She Said, and many other films she's appeared in. And I didn't even know much about Leonard Bernstein, although I do know the name, but I just never knew much about him and all that. But I've heard a few of his music before, but not a whole lot and all that. But still, though, I was really excited to see what Bradley Cooper was going to be doing with this movie here and all that. And this film came out on Netflix last year. It came out around December, and so I did watch this a few days after it came out on Netflix because I was quite busy at the time around Christmas time and all that. So I watched this at home last year on Netflix, and after watching this whole movie here, I can definitely tell you guys that Bradley Cooper did not disappoint me here with this movie here. Like, I thought this film was really amazing here. Although I wouldn't necessarily say this is better than his last film he did as a director, but still, this is definitely another amazing piece of work here that he has made as a director here. In terms of the performances in this movie here, Bradley Cooper, who plays Leonard Bernstein in this movie here, he felt absolutely invisible throughout the entire film here for playing this famous conductor here, in which he was able to showcase his transformation to his mannerisms, as well as impersonating his voice and all that, which I thought Bradley Cooper really nailed all of that here through his performance throughout the entire film here. And this is definitely another one of his best performances I've ever seen he's ever done for a film here, alongside other great films he's done before in the past where he's given so many incredible performances and all that. And as for Carey Mulligan, who plays his wife in the film, Felicia, she was phenomenal in this movie, and this is definitely another one of her best performances here. Her performance throughout the entire film here is so heartbreaking here, what we see her going through in the film here through her relationship with Leonard Bernstein and all that. And she really nailed some amazing moments in the film here, where we see her interacting with Bradley Cooper's Leonard Bernstein through some difficult situations that we see her facing through in the film. And as for everyone else who were in the film here, they were all great for their performances here. And as for the direction by Bradley Cooper himself, it is just absolutely incredible here through some of the shot choices in the film and all that. It's mostly due to the cinematography, which the cinematography in this film here is amazing here, as well as for showcasing some of the color palettes to the sets, the costumes, and the timing of the film, which all here is just absolutely amazing here. Like, there are times where the film is in black and white, and there are times where the film is in proper color and all that. And as well as for his writing in the film, along with Josh Singer, I thought all the writing here was terrific here, through the storytelling as well, through some plot devices and all that. However, there are times the film does try to showcase through some subject matters and all that, where there are times where the film does showcase all that perfectly and all that, but there are times where the film tries to showcase some of that here, and I kind of felt some of those moments did feel pretty lacking and all that. And that's the only issue I only have with this film here and all that. But in the end, guys, Maestro, I thought this film was absolutely amazing here. It's definitely another amazing work by Bradley Cooper here, and I can't wait to see what else he does in the future when it comes to him as a director here. But like I said before, I wouldn't necessarily say this is better than his last film that he did as a director before, but this still is an amazing piece of work he has done as a director here. And like I said before, it's definitely another one of his best performances he's ever given for a movie, yeah, as well as for Carey Mulligan herself, yeah. And if you're either a fan of Bradley Cooper or Carey Mulligan, or if you do know about the whole story about Leonard Bernstein or anything like that, this is definitely one you don't want to miss out for yourselves yet. And if you do have Netflix, it is available to watch on Netflix for free here. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Maestro. I'm gonna give Maestro 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, like I said before, I thought this film was absolutely amazing here by Bradley Cooper here in terms of him as a director here. But like I said before, I wouldn't necessarily say this is better than his last film he's done as a director here, but this still is an amazing piece of work he has done here as a director here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my AK After I Saw review on Maestro, and let me know what you think of this movie if you have seen this already or if you just recently checked this out. Did you absolutely adore this film, or was this not really a cup of tea? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Foggins Media Corner signing off.